Hey, everybody. I'm Chad Eckert. This is the Preferred Lines podcast where my co-host Joe Idoni is absent tonight, not a part of the pod. What we'll do here tonight, we'll talk about the betting board. We'll get into that. We'll talk about trying to withdraw money from those offshore books. I've got that lined up as content to talk about. And I got a story or two for the end of the pod, as I normally do, about being a dad, being a realtor, and having a pregnant wife. Life is interesting for me. But anyway, we are friends at the Fanshare family, and we're also friends with the Jock Market. The Jock Market is an app that's on your phone that you can download and you could play every week. Well, you can play other sports too. I'd get into it now and I'd learn how it works before the NFL season starts. If you want to, and you haven't signed up already, the promo code PL will get you a match up to $50. Put 50, get 50. Perfect time to try it out this week at the FedEx St Jude because there's no cut. So you really, kind of, it's a little bit risk-free in terms of the fact that they're going to play all 4 rounds. The Jock Market works like this. You buy players, they go off, they do things. You can trade them. And then things happen. They get money divided between all of them. And if you paid $4 and they made $6, you get $2 back. It's pretty simple. So go sign up, try that out. It's the Jock Market. They're friends of ours, and they're great people. And Joe is not here, but he does a show on Wednesday nights. I'm not sure he'll do it this week. His family's battling some illness. You know, when you're a family man, you're a dad, and you got kids doing things out there, grabbing toys and putting them in their mouths. You can get a whole sick family with, snap of the finger. Everybody's sick. So it happens, and then now Joe is not here. And he is, therefore, hey, Brian, you need to get in here maybe. Keep chatting because I'm going to be bored. I got a couple things to talk about, though, before we get into the betting board. I want to fire off some bets, actually, right here, right now. I've had a long day. I've had a busy day, so I really haven't had a ton of time to research this stuff, and I haven't fired off too many bets. So I'm here to talk quickly, though, about something that happened to me. You know I'm all about the content. Oh, God, I forgot to do this. Cracking beers. Talking golf. That's what we do each Monday night live on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter. And we also are on iTunes. As soon as I'm done with this, I download it and then I put it on Podbean. Podbean shoots it off to the world and it goes to iTunes. Here's the thing. I want to get my money. If I make my money, if I bet on a golfer and he wins, it's my money, right? I won. You know, not unless you're playing from and betting from Minnesota, where it is not legal to bet on sports, and then you're using an offshore book. That's not the best thing to do. You know, I probably could drive to Iowa and figure out how to bet legally on this sport, but I don't care. I just do it on my computer. I never expect to win. I only bet $5 to $10, so it doesn't really matter. So when you win huge, a mega profit of over $2,500, now that's when you go, oh my God, this could be real. And my wife says, where is that money? Give me that money. I could spend that money. We need new carpet, for example, because my dog pooped everywhere the other day, but that's a different story. Either way, we need this money. We want it out of the account. It's a shame. Can't get it as easily as you thought. But I did get it from one book quite easily. We don't have a sportsbook sponsor, but if we did, it would be not my bookie. It would be betonline.ag. The good people over there, you put in a little code, it sends it to a Coinbase app, and boom, you get the money in like less. I mean, it took me like an hour. I don't even remember. I didn't really keep track of how much time it took me to bet on the thing. Okay, so take the money out of my out of betonline.ag super simply. Way easy. Next, okay, waiting around, go to my bookie. That's where I won the most money. So I got like, I don't know, $3,000 in there or something. So I'm trying to get this $3,000 out. Start the process. Seems like it's going along fine. All of a sudden, a couple of days later, I get the big old rejection, the big old X, and says, no, you're not getting that money. And then it shows. Actually, let's share the screen. Because this is on Twitter, a program that you can watch every Monday live. So here you go. Okay, that's me, Chad. So I got $3,010 in there. I've messed around a little bit since we, won the money on Morikawa, and then we won the money on Cameron Champ. So I've messed around a little bit. But so here's what happens: that I contact these people at my bookie, and I say, "Give me that money. My wife needs it." So here's what happens: so they give me the rejection, and this stuff shows up. See on the right here? This was not here before. This green bar. I'm trying to feed this $4,000 money. I don't know how this works. So I'm thinking to myself, that's not good. So I go back to my messages here, and I get a message that says, "Yo, you signed up using this bonus, or you played with the free play, and you're fucked. So you can't get the money that is yours that you won on Cameron Champ, fair and square. You can't get that out until you meet this rollover requirement." Which, if you hover over this I here, this refers to the wagering amount needed to complete your bonus and cash out of any funds associated with it. Please allow a few moments for the rollover progress update. Either way, lies, I say in my head. I'm like, I've been doing this long enough to know that this, I don't take those bonuses. The 200% you get from your friend, laugh out loud. That's a scam. I know it, and I'm not doing that. So I never do that. I know also those free plays, that's a scam too. Then I know they were going to take my money, and they were going to tie it up. If I free play, $15 free play, Bitcoin bonus or whatever, refer your friends, get 250% of your total deposit. All that shit is a scam for them to screw you into the position that I'm in now. Now, I don't remember things a lot. I drink a lot. I smoke weed. I don't know a lot of things. I'm not the greatest mind in the world, so I don't remember if I got this bonus. I don't remember. So I had to ask them. They say that I did get a bonus and I used the bonus. I thought I was smart enough not to do that. So apparently I'm not. And I need to fulfill this $4,000 rollover requirement. What I'm trying to tell you is that we're going to be betting some money this week. The thing is my brother also was like, "Oh, cool. So I told my brother, one of my brothers was like a tout working for Tim Donaghy. So he knows about this shady world of sports betting and that people get screwed. So he's like, they probably applied that bonus to a bet for you on your behalf without you even caring or noticing or taking any notice to it. So what happens is it's like our guy in the chat here, Kevin, is saying is that I might not have noticed, right? It's exactly what happened. Is that what this dude is? All of a sudden I have a bet on a guy, and it doesn't say how much I put on him. Because what I do is I bet, and then I go back and I'll write it down, or I'll put it on the tweet for Wednesday, and it didn't show up. And I'm like, so then I have to do the math backwards. I'm like, if he was 40 to 1, I got $80, put $2 on. Not that hard to do, but I was like, why isn't it showing the $2 or whatever it was? Because they fucked me, and they applied this bonus to my account and to that bet so that they can put me in a $4,000 400% rollover or whatever the hell this is called. So I'm fucked. So, okay, go back to the MyBookie. So we're in here. So you have to win 4K to withdraw. No. I don't have to win. I just have to put in play $4,000. Now, here's the catch, though. So I'm like, yesterday, Dodgers playing the Diamondbacks. I go, well, this is an easy win. It was like minus 400 or whenever. This might have been Saturday. I don't know, whatever. So minus 400. So I lay $400 or $100 to win 20 or whatever it was. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't know how this rollover works, but it's on the amount, the smallest amount, win or bet. So I can't go laying $1,500 right now on some total insane lock of like minus 1,000. I'd only get the $100. So what is a joke? It is a joke. It is an absolute joke. And I get it. And I understand it because I'm doing this illegally, and then this is what I have to do. The lawmakers in Minnesota are not going to pass any laws anytime soon, so this is kind of what I'm forced to do. I could drive 3 hours, 2.5 hours to get to the Iowa border from where I live. Either way, what I've decided to do is, obviously, we're going for the glory. We're going to bet $1,500. That's going to be easy to hit. Now, I play a small stakes player on my Twitter page and in real life. I still am, because I have a wife and a life and kids, and I got bills and stuff, and I'm not a millionaire. So what I'm really trying to do is I'm not trying to bet more than like $100 a week. Granted, because we have this rollover requirement, my wife's saying to me, fuck that, let's just lose the $1,500. Who cares? Let's get this $1,300 back. I don't care. So I said, okay, great. So we're going to go a little bit heavier over the next few weeks as the playoffs ratchet up. And as we get into the FedEx Cup playoffs, as we get to East Lake, to the Tour Championship, I'm going to start putting more and more and more until, boom, we hit that $1,500 requirement and we are at the $4,000 and we're cashing out. And maybe at that point, we're over $4,000. We're into the fives. And then we got my bookie trying to stop the sharp from taking his money from them who don't want sharps. They want squares. I'm no square. So here we go. We're going to get this money by, September 8th, I think, or 7th, or whenever the final tournament, a month from now, we're going to get to that $4,000 and we're going to get this money out. We're going to give it to my wife. She's going to buy new carpet or she's going to do whatever she wants with it because we know happy wife, happy life. And so there you go. Let's make some bets. That's my rant about the MyBookie stuff. We're going to do village bets, estate bets. These are great ideas. We're going to go big over the playoffs to get this requirement. Now, I will say I might hit a couple Olympic bets here or there. I might just go all in when the U.S. gold medal game for the basketball for Olympic gold medal. You know, we may be able to chip off this $1,500 quicker than we think. Maybe not all on betting golf, so stay tuned for that. Edina Realty, that's where you can find this kind of stuff. So we're going to do some stuff. It's going to be fun. Either way, that's about enough. You guys care about that? I don't think you do. What else do we need to talk about? Because we only have 5 events left. We have this FedEx Cup St. Jude. We have the Wyndham. We have Northern Trust, BMW, and the Tour Championship. 5 events, $1,500, $250 a week. And that's easily doable, but it's hilariously large for me. And like I said, I'm probably going to make it progressively bigger. And if I feel something or I have a gut take on something, I'm going to go for it because we don't care. My wife said lose it. So here we go. All right, let's open up the betting board. We're going to do it on this stupid site, MyBookie, that I would never recommend putting your money on because they just keep it in there forever. We're going to bet, though, because we have to use this money. We have to get this rollover. So here we go. We're going to look at the first right here. You have at the tippity tip top this week, Brooks Koepka. Man, I wish Joe Idoni was here with me this week where we could talk about and we could discuss the top price is Brooks Koepka. He's ahead of Morikawa, the Open winner, and Xander, the gold medalist. So for some reason now, is it because the last 2 years that we've played here, Brooks Koepka has been a winner and finished T2 last year? Course history, I mean, kind of dictates popularity and then therefore betting numbers and DraftKings pricing. So maybe it makes sense that you have Brooks at 12-1 versus Morikawa and Xander. But or 16-1, you have the defending champion, the guy that likes this place too, Justin Thomas. We know Justin Thomas plays no cut events really well. You have that at 16, or you have Jordan Spieth at 16-1. DJ and Rory both also in at 18-1, under 20-1. Man, there's stuff in the names up here because we know it's the WGC. It's a no-cut event. The cream rises to the top. We don't have those slackers getting in the way. There's no 125-1 Cameron Champ coming out to bust your balls here at TPC Southwind. Give me a break. Oh my gosh, but do you want these numbers at the top, or can you go with the guy in the 20s where you get more money back? I like it when you can get a lot for your little, and that's what I want to do. That's why I love golf betting and futures betting and outright betting. It's fun. Put $10 down on Victor Hovland. Yeah, we're going to do that. I mean, I might have to do more than $10, but I know I'm going to do at least 10. So we're going to place that right now, right here, live, illegally, on the internet, on a stupid book that we hate, that I wouldn't recommend using. Definitely use Bet Online, or I've been told Bovada is better. Either way, Victor Hovland, that feels right to me, so I bet it. There you go. Do you like Victor Hovland? I like Victor Hovland. Do we like Danny Berger? He's at 25. You have Louis Oosthuizen at 22. Forgot to talk about Louis. Consistent Louis, but did he ever win Louis? No. So he's 22. What are you, 22? Do you a top 5 bet on that? I mean, well, I've talked about it the last few weeks. Louis is riding here because he wants this money. That's FedEx Cup money. He wants that $15 million at the end of the tunnel. It's 5 weeks away. But shockingly, to my surprise, you see Bryson DeChambeau at 25 and you see Patrick Cantlay at 25. My God. So who's ahead of them? Because like these guys are really good. Now, not as good, I suppose, coming into the tournament. I mean, Bryson hasn't been winning every single week, and Patrick Cantlay only won a couple weeks ago. So like here he is at 25 for Patrick Cantlay at WGC. Does it fit his game? I don't know. We're at Bermuda. We're on a Bermuda greens, Bermuda everywhere. It's not long. It's less than 7,200 yards. I don't know if you need a Bryson? I don't know enough to know. Did you know? Are you in the chat? Are you chatting along? I am #not expert, so I don't really know. Dude, throw 1,500 on Brooks. Holy shit, Brian. No. We need to at least milk this for content. You know how that goes for at least a couple weeks. Placing live bets illegally is amazing. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, or not sorry, because F you, legislators in Minnesota. Some jerk at my bookies made the money off of that. And you did not. That could have gone towards some sort of school or taxes or something. What's up, bro? Hey, if you're in the chat along. We're into the 20s, and I've already made a bet on Victor Hovland for $10. I might do more betting in the 20s. I might do Patrick Cantlay and Bryson. I mean, we're trying to spend a lot of money. We almost don't care. You know what I mean? Like, we don't care if our card looks too full. We've got to hit, like I mentioned, this rollover. We got 1,500. So we placed $10 bet. Now watch. Okay, let me hit this refresh. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see, and if you're on iTunes, it's showing a green bar across the bottom, which almost 3/4 of the way there, 24.99.94 out of 4,000. Updating. Hit the refresh button. It's updating. 25.09.94 because we put $10 on Victor. We're so close to 4,000. It's gonna be great. We're gonna get there. It's gonna happen. And then my wife can buy new carpet. It's important. Okay, so we forgot to talk about in the 20s. You got Hideki here coming from Japan, and then Scotty Scheffler, 28-1. Scotty Scheffler, 28-1. That is interesting. I could maybe do that. I'll have to think about that. I mean, Scotty Scheffler likes tough tournaments. He's a really good player at courses. I don't know. 28 seems off. But then if you look at the field, you probably in your head could say a JT is going to win this. Right? But JT sucked last week. Or did he suck last week? At the Olympics, does it matter? I mean, you take into consideration what they did at the Olympics when it's kind of odd where it's stroke play, no cut, but you're going for third. So sometimes, was he going for, so then on Friday and Saturday, you do different things? I don't know. So I don't know if I take it into consideration more than I just think it's good that they played golf and they were okay. But then they were on at the middle of the night, and this is back to America. So body clock. Oh, God, I don't know. So maybe you just reach into the 30s where Fitzpatrick's here with Paul Casey. Patrick Reed is also here, who traveled everywhere. So don't always bet Patrick Reed because I don't know. Webb Simpson, 35. Tony Finau, 35. Bermuda, though. We don't like him here, do we? Does Webb like the area? Because we like those people that like the area. I'm going to do some narrative tweets, narrative lineups, tweet it out, maybe. If I have time. Cameron Smith's 40. Okay, we can just skip this because I don't know. There's no one to talk to. I'm not talking to Joe because Joe's family's ill. And no one wants a sick family. It's the freaking worst. If you have little kids, they're always sick. Or a sick dog, too. My dog was sick the other day and pooped all over the house. It was insane. You don't want a sick dog. I'm kind of afraid right now that my dog's walking around out there upstairs somewhere, maybe, I don't know. Is it, has the bug gone through my dog yet? Or is it still going to happen? Am I going to go upstairs and find more ruined carpet? Lord. All right, where were we? 40-1. We got Cameron Smith, Shane Lowry. 45, you've got Neiman. Joaquin Neiman. Abe Answers at 50. English. Ooh. Now we're getting juicy. This is where I like to lay the lumber. Maybe. What's wrong with Tyrrell Hatton? Why is Tyrrell Hatton at 50-1? Can someone in the chat tell me why they think Tyrrell Hatton's bad? Broken Bryson. Oh, shit. I forgot to look at these comments. Bryson's live, right? Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I think Bryson's live. Okay. If you hit it outright for $10, it only goes up $10. Yes, exactly. So My rollover requirement, it's the minimum amount, whether it's win or bet, the minimum, whatever's least amount. So if I bet on a plus 100 and I bet 100 and win 100, then it doesn't matter. If I bet on a plus 135 and I bet $100 to win 135, it's 100 goes to my rollover. If I bet on a minus 100, 1,000, like if I bet $1,000 to win $100, they'll 1,000. I lay that out there. They'll take 100 towards my rollover. So dumb. It's the worst. So don't take those bonuses. Like, please, just that's word of warning. On these online bookie websites, my bookies, the world is full of these scammers, and they'll just take your money and they'll tie it up forever. All right, we don't care. Let's see. This is where I was excited, okay, because you have Tyrrell Hatton at 50 and Fleetwood at 50 and Zalatoris at 55. I don't know how Zalatoris has been, so I'm gonna go Fleetwood and Hatton. Literally, I'll do $10 on each of those. Maybe I'll do 10 on those, and we'll come back. You know, we're rich. We're flush with money. My wife's not giving me any lip, any. She's not mad at me going for this rollover amount. Normally, we have to hide from her that we're betting because we don't want her to say, "What are we doing here? We're taking this seriously? You're in the basement in your laundry room, like pretending to be a betting guy. Like, don't bet real money." So I only bet $10 or whatever. So we're gonna start there. Hatton and Fleetwood at 50. It feels great. $500. Oh my god. So now go back to the rollover. We got $20 more. So boom, watch this, Brian. You can see here I'm gonna win 500, but the rollover only applies the 20. You know, so it's kind of annoying. Either way, let's keep going because this is kind of fun. So you have guys now. This is where I'm not as confident as we leave the 50s and go into the 60s. Sung Jae's here, who I love. Big Sung Jae guy. How about a Sung Jae win this week? After last week, we were all thinking and hoping and wishing that Sung Jae would get the medal and he would be able to skip mandatory military service. Instead, Sung Jae started slow, had the pressure. You could kind of see it. He's a little nervous. And then I think must have woken up Saturday. I don't know what day it is there or whatever, but the third round and decided, hey, I got to go for it. This is do or die. So he played a lot better Saturday and got himself into contention. Either way, I'm not sold on 60. I don't know. Bermuda, him. I mean, we could put 5 on it. Let's put 5 on it. We're spending money. Who cares? $5 on Sung Jae because it's him. I'm always betting him. If you skip him and he wins, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna be so sad. So I'll do that. Let's see. Okay. Oops. Stop. Don't do that. Okay. Poulter and Sergio, Justin Rose, Adam Scott, Leishman. They just shove all these veterans all right here. They don't care. They're like, oh yeah, lump them all right there. 75, 80. They'll get bets. People will bet on them. Leishman was bad. I had high expectations for Leishman in the Olympics, and he was bad. Not sure. What about Billy Ho on Bermuda? Billy and Burns. Oh my gosh. We can do Billy and Burns. You guys, these are my guys, and I've got house money on. Well, not house money, but I have house money on Sam Burns after having a bet on him a few weeks ago when he did actually win. Billy Horschel loves Bermuda. Kind of is one of those guys that gears up and gets better as this time of year comes along because we've seen Billy Horschel get hot in the FedEx Cup playoffs. That happened one time. He won the whole thing somehow. So why not? Fuck. $20, another 20. We're doing 10 on him, Burns, and 10 on Billy Bermuda Horschel. Now we're spending money. So the rollover is a thing. It's going to be gone soon. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Okay, Cam Champ. Could you go back to Champ? Maybe. I don't know. Wolf's here at 100. You guys, what are we doing with a Wolf at 100? This is the same kind of guy as Cameron Champ, where you're just like, well, someday he's going to be figured it out and like automatically be the best. He's 100 to 1. Shit, that could be a house bet just because I love Matt Wolf. And didn't we like him at the 3M just a couple weeks ago? He's people's favorites, and he was like 30 then. 25, and now he's 100 with the shorter field. It's a harder field, granted. Do we think about, do we want Wolf in Tennessee? I don't know. But yeah, we do. We always do. I will do 5 on that because I'm a sucker. That's why my bookie likes me, and they want to keep me in here, and they want to not let me withdraw because they love the fact that I just throw $5 on these bad bets every week. All right, who else? Come on, let's see. Si Woo's 100. Ryan Palmer's here. Cameron Davis. You guys have any opinions on these names? Billy Hull is a WGC killer. Is he? I mean, killing your lineup, maybe. Either way. This is where you don't know if the outright's the right decision, or do you pivot to a top 10 or top 5 bet? But look at this. Lucas Glover, he just won a tournament like 3 weeks ago. So Lucas Herbert just won on the Euro Tour, I think like 3-4 weeks ago too. So these other names I'm not sure about. Wow. Well, it's a small board. Honestly, if you are interested in signing up for the Jock Market, you can do that using the promo code PL and get a match up to $50. Do that. Jock Market, it's a great app. Also, I have a friend, his name is Chris Durrell, and he has a sheet on Patreon, Chris Jagerbaum Durrell. Sign up for his Patreon page and get the access to the spreadsheet that he has on there. He sends it to me, and it's amazing. I mean, you can look at WGC historical finishes. You can look at current form and how they're doing in like the last 5-10 events on average, or DraftKings points scoring on average. He's got statistics on here. You don't need anything other than this spreadsheet, really. So Chris Durrell, the man. Are we done on MyBookie? Probably. Don't use MyBookie. It sucks. We hate it. So anyway, Chad, the money to be made is in the top of the board. I know. So, Brian, question for you. Should I, as the guy that needs to lay down a ton of money, just hammer everyone at the top of the board? And one of them will pay, let's say, an 18-1 guy gives me $1,800 back. And I put $100 on the top 18 guys. Maybe a long shot just totally ruins me, but that could be a crazy way to fulfill this rollover requirement. I'm insane like that. So I could, put $100 on every single name. Does that sound ridiculous? Either way, everybody say good things to Joe on Twitter, maybe because his family's sick, and wish him well. I'm going to be done because that's about it. Oh, we could do matchups. Oh, yeah. Dude, tell me the lock matchup, Brian. I'll watch your show tomorrow night on Twitter. Brian Kirshner. It's called Tap It and Birdie. You can watch that show on Twitter. Yeah, I need to put yeah. Then we could really sweat. But do we want the full tournament matchup, or do we just want one round? Because the one round thing, then I can just no, and I don't have to go to sleep stressed. So maybe we do one round, Brian, on a matchup bet, and we just go crushing it. We're going to make this 1,500. It's going to be easy. Anybody else got anything to say? I know everybody's in here. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. I'll be back on Wednesday morning to do a ownership projection podcast presented by fansharesports.com on the Fantasy Golf Pod YouTube page. I'm also at Edina Realty. I'll be tweeting out a narrative lineup thing I do. I will also be tweeting out the house bet on Wednesday. I will tweet also my player pool and all my shit. I'm out of retirement. I'm coming out of retirement. I retired from betting on golf after what could get better than hitting 125-1 at $20 is your house bet. So that's why I retired, but I'm back. Couldn't keep me away too long. I have to fulfill this rollover requirement so I can cash this money out for fuck's sake. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. Talk to you later. Peace out. Cheers.